2 capital G here, more Salamangreat duels for you guys to check out. I am not playing in either one of these duels, although I've pretty much experimented with just about every card that can be ran in Salamangreat. Some of these cards in the opening hand, like Foolish Burial and Mirror, I don't run them anymore. I like Mirror sometimes, but not consistently enough to actually run the card. Foolish Burial is an excellent extension card in Salamangreat. Mainly it helps you get stuff like Spinny and Falco to the graveyard so that you can trigger those, but I feel like the combo in Salamangreat's like turn 1, there's basically a ceiling on it, and getting Stallion plus Sunlight Wolf on the field is the height of that ceiling. And Foolish Burial, if you can already get to that play, doesn't really do anything for your deck. I'd rather just have a defensive card, Lost Wind or Breakthrough Skill, or even a random hand trap like a Ghost Spell or something like that. So I basically just ended up dropping the card. I did the same thing with Monster Reborn because I felt like, again, it was just kind of a win more card. It would summon a monster back from the graveyard, but I wouldn't get much value out of that. Plus the deck has a theme Monster Reborn that you can hit off of Foxy anyway, so I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to run the original Monster Reborn, rather just have defensive cards. He's playing against double L's. Lunalights can actually be a problem for Salamangreats because Salamangreats can struggle. Like, they really struggle with these monsters that cannot be targeted and can't be destroyed by card effects. Something like Leo Dancer. Leo Dancer will literally wreck your entire shit. And the thing about Salamangreats is it's really hard to out a card like that because you have to go into basically these kind of high risk plays like Borolo Dragon. I'm trying to think of another way of easily killing Leo Dancer. Honestly, Borolo Dragon is like the only way that this deck can actually just kill Leo Dancer, because our bounces, attacks, like you can't use that on Leo Dancer. So this matchup is a legitimate problem. Now, he did use his Foolish to drop Ash in the graveyard. Problem is, Ash isn't very good against his opponent's hand. Honestly, his opponent should have just Kaiju'd from the beginning. That would have turned off the Infernity Barrier, the Salamangreat Roar. That just would have made it null and void. He is going to bait out the Rage here by using the Link Monster, basically targeting it, and unfortunately his opponent did blow up the I guess the Link 2 just resolved, but he ends up getting Tiger's Effect, and now he has Tenki. He doesn't have Ash Blossom, and I feel like Salamangreats wasted all their defensive cards way too quickly, and he's not able to really capitalize off of it. Interesting enough, I'm talking about the Lunalight player. I feel like Salamangreats should honestly still win this duel, because if you keep Leo Dancer off the field, I feel like you should win. Now, he does go into Update Jammer. I think usually the only time I go into Update Jammer is when I'm going for Transcode Talker. It's basically when I'm trying to win that turn. And he is locked into Cyberse monsters for the rest of the turn. He's going to Reincarnation Link to reset the Salamangreat Roar, the barrier. I feel like I got to say all of these kind of substitute words so people understand what I'm saying. Like, if I say Salamangreat Roar, people are like, Salamangreat what? And I'm just like, Infernity Barrier. Oh, I know that card, Cap G. So let's see what he's going to do. He goes into double Transcode Talker. He did bring back Stallion. Stallion does not get the bounce effect unless it is Xyz Summon. I'm not sure why he decided. Actually, you know what? That's not bad. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot about this duel. He leaves him with 100 life points. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna get my phone. I wasn't even prepared for this. I watch all my duels before, obviously, because I need to know if the duel is good enough to obviously put on the channel, but I hadn't seen this one in a couple of days and I kind of forgot. And you know what? If we played Yusei Fudo for the last guy, then we're definitely, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna bust out the Jack Atlas. I have all these songs on my phone, by the way. Can Lunalights pull off the comeback? All he has is a Tenki, a Tiger, and a Dream. I think he might be able to pull off the comeback. He has the Infernity Barrier. He has the Roar. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any Salamangreat Link monsters, so he can't use it. Actually, he got a really good card because he got the Lunalight Wolf. That is basically Miracle Fusion. I feel like he's gonna pull off this fucking comeback. There's Leo Dancer, and I already told you it's really difficult to kill Leo Dancer in this deck, and I feel like he's probably out there. He's gonna make Saber Dancer as well. This fool gave him a 0 attack monster, and he's going to end up getting OTK'd. Womp womp womp. Rest in pepperonis. I feel like he lost that duel because he doesn't know, like, I'm not gonna say he doesn't know how to do math, but I'm just going to say that he did not do the math. He didn't run the numbers on the freaking play. He should have been able to win that duel. The next one is, oh man, I'm so disorganized here. Okay, luckily I just remembered where it was. Second duel Salamangreats are going to go first. I experimented with Flame Buffalo. It's an okay card. The problem is it eats up your normal summon, and it's not a Salamangreat monster. The reason that I run Ladybug, even though it doesn't have a draw, it has a search, is Ladybug guarantees your ass to get to Gazelle, and Gazelle is the best card in this entire deck. But the good thing is he is going to basically be able to use a link material from his hand. Now, we don't have access to some of these cards like Microcoder and where's the Infernity Barrier for talkers? It's called Signet Conflict, right? So this is another Infernity Barrier that Salamangreats can technically run. The only thing is we didn't get the structure deck where this card comes out. I'm like 99% certain that this card comes out in the same structure deck as the blue one, Shooting Code Talker, if I'm not mistaken. So we never got this card, so we can't play this, but it is kind of cool the fact that you can link summon in the Transcode Talker and you can use the monster from your hand, and when this guy goes to the graveyard, you get an Infernity Barrier, and then Transcode Talker summons your Sunlight Wolf back from the graveyard. So you can end with like double Infernity Barrier plus like a Firelight card. This is why I say Salamangreats are an incredibly strong deck like in the first couple of turns. If you can break these boards, then I feel like then you should just like, you deserve to win. But I don't feel like Yu-Gi-Oh decks in the meta are going to be able to break boards of like triple disruption. Plus these two monsters cannot be targeted, neither one of them, since they happen to be co-linked. Now personally, I do feel like Transcode Talker turn 1 is risky, because of a deck like Altergeist, like if they know this matchup and they impermanence your Transcode Talker, you're done. Like you're going to lose that duel. That shit's going to get bounced. You're never going to be able to get your Salamangreat side back online, and you're basically going to end up losing the duel. I don't run stuff like Signet Fusion either. I feel like it's just too situational. Like you're kind of playing OTK cheese at that point. But if you get turn 1s where you open good like this, OTK cheese is never like honestly relevant. His opponent has Beatrice. Use the Fire Lake. Go after your opponent's back row. Don't kill the Beatrice until you need to. His opponent flips over Anti-Spell Fragrance. But the thing is, you can just kind of outgrind your opponent at this point. There is no way I would have made Security Dragon there, even to bounce the Beatrice. I just would have like probably played the game slow. But it's fine. Playing aggressive is never like that big of a problem. Goes into Heat Leo to get rid of the Anti-Spell Fragrance. He's going to Reincarnation Link to set the Roar again. And now you can see he's in a really good position. He has double rage, or rage, it's a hard once per turn, so that is kind of unfortunate. And you know what? His opponent's still in this. He's not done yet. He's going to hit both of those monsters, but you know that those monsters do float. Well, now he's probably out of it. He's just gonna rage him over and over and over and over again. So you can see the recovery game is pretty good. Although, I mean, some of these cards like Signet Fusion and Super Poly, they're good in a vacuum, but I don't think they're like the most consistent, because when you're ahead like this, when you're kind of front running over your opponent, you want cards that are defensive just in case somehow your opponent does break your lock. You want more cards to make it so they never establish their win condition. But you know what? It's all player preference, and it's all just kind of a matter of your play style. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.